Greetings and good time zone. I hope people are doing well today. I am a little bit tired. I have no idea why. I think I might have slept enough, so I'm tired. We need to go... oh, I need to use that. No, not you. Use you. Okay. That's just a bronze piece. I'll sell it later. We need to go and return to Yulmore. So we need to go to right. Hey, Alfie. Cutscene, please be voice acted. Damn it. Knew from the music. There you are, Zera. The others have gone ahead to reconnoitre Gate Town. We had to follow shortly. It has been a while, has it not, since the two of us infiltrated Yulmore? Since we faced Lord Vauthry, and I felt such fury as I have never felt before. His actions are unconscionable, of course, and any abhorrence I felt for him entirely justified. Yet mingled with my rage there was something else. At first I was unsure what it was, but in the course of our struggles I found the answer. In Vauthry's self-righteousness, in his absolute belief that he and he alone is the cure to the world's ills, I saw a reflection of myself, and it brought the memories of all my past follies flooding back. He is the vainglorious, ignorant fool I once was, and having shared in his affliction, I feel duty-bound to open his eyes to the truth. That's probably not going to work. Whether he will accept it with good grace, with the good grace I did, is another question. What is it, Rin? Or Reen? Reen! Do you sense the Light Warden? I'm not sure. The aura is different. Perhaps if we were a little closer. It is time we were on our way in any case. Let us join our comrades in Gate Town. Zera, as a precaution, may I ask that you go first to ensure that the path is clear? The closer we are to Yulmore, the more I worry that Rin might be recognised. If you see any prying eyes along the way, pray encourage their owners to look elsewhere. Violence? Got it. I think Vauthry is the Light Warden, because I keep seeing that face that's part of him. And it makes me think that he's merged with one, which is why he can control them. Come on, Midgard Summer. You got this. Agitated man. Lord Vauthry, we hear, we obey. Ah! I sense a hostile presence. Great! Second, I need my dance partner. So he's directly controlling people as well. Oh, I think I just straight up murdered that one because they despawned. Yeah, although that one's resting. Are you just going to despawn? Yeah. So maybe I didn't kill them. Wait, there's still more here? Maybe if I'd followed the path out of the place, I would have noticed them. Delirious youth. Oh. I got a yawl. Oh, wait a minute. These are part of a hunt. Don't know how many I have to kill. We gotta get me some sacks of nuts. Three of them, okay. Oh, there's some over there. But I need to go this way. Maybe there's more. These look really freaky. It's like an angler catfish with legs. Euphoric youth. Long live Lord Vauthry. Long live Lord Vauthry. Also, I've made some more money. I'm now up to 866,000. When I was down to 130. Actually, I think it was lower. I just spent mostly on onions and stuff. And other things. I need to work on properly getting my crafting jobs to 80. Ah, good of you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it's too late now. I take it you noticed the people behaving strangely along the path. It's more of the same here. Y'shtola and Alisei are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say. I want the money. Hey, Urianger.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vauthry's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Maybe the food they were given.
curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way. But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishir, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Yulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things. And whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
Good man.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vauthry starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
'Tis like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armoreng.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vauthry after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Yulmore doles the stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. I know what it is.
Is it Silent Green?
It's Sin Eater.
But for
Meal
Sin Eaters?
is made out of Sin Eater.
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vauthry wieldeth power over sin-eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? 'Twould serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up sin eaters and feeding them to people, altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These Sin Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave. Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vauthry's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
So I like it. Let's violence our way in. They might not expect us to walk through the front door. Oh, hey, duty. When we step through the gates, we shall find not the place of hedonistic pleasure we remember, but a battlefield. If you are prepared for this, then let us sally forth. Tally-ho, Alphino! Tally-ho! And yet, Thancred is leading the charge.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain.
Good.
It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away! Long live Lord Vauthry.
What the hell?
He would use his own people as shields.
Of course he would.
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vauthry's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would.
Oh.
Press on with Alphino. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
I was wondering why there were so many footsteps. I forgot as a dancer, I hop about in one place as my ready position. Can I get a dance partner?
Stop it!
Sure can. Okay. Okay, you two, the rest of you with me. We left our tank. Are you crazy, Alphino?
I fear my strength.
Did you care to make a stand? Oh, we're going with the twins. I knew we'd have to go with Alphino.
Pay me back later.
Oh, okay. The jesters from before. Oh, the younglers. Or younglers. Okay, well. Murder time. At least they saw fit to give me a healer. Although, strictly speaking, because there's only 2 of them,
Show's over.
I should do single target.
I'll break your funny bone.
Hey, Alphino, do you want to, heal yourself? Thank you.
Toodaloo!
Toodaloo!
A gift for you. Right. No more Mrs. Nice Jester.
Let us climb to the canopy. From there, we'll take the crown lift. Yeah, but we've got to do all the paperwork first. Got to do things right, Alfie, now. Jesus. How quick? He is motoring up these stairs. Still more soldiers. Leave them to me and press on. Why? You're my healer. I'm gonna have to fight through things, probably. Oh, goddamn Ranjit.
You will find my master in his chamber.
Come on, be a bro and let us pass. Just to mix things up.
But only should you kill me this day. And you will not.
Okay. You're one of his puppets too.
You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vauthry's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Okay, but I'm not Thancred. I hope this just doesn't take as long as the Thancred fight. Take the map off. Hey, Ranjit. Bam. Okay, 2%. Not bad. gonna be like, how do you know how to dodge all my attacks? I exist only to destroy, and destroy you I will. Whoa. Where am I supposed to go here? Oh, I can kill them. Yeah, that was stupid of me. Second wind it. I hate that move. Just want to get some distance, well, rather get in the center for any of his bullshit. Well, I'll do that then. You pass me usage of all I have learned. Okay. This bullshit. Oh, it's charging up, so... Oh, kill him. What now? Can I make it in time? Maybe just. Come on. Ah, there you are. My precious girls. Hey, now I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a trial. to fight Vauthry. So I'm guessing he lost daughters. Are you alright, Zara? Now you're not voice acted? Come on. The citizens appear to have calmed down for the moment. I can only assume Vauthry is otherwise engaged. Let's get to the upper level while we can. Nod. Oh god, is he eating more Sin Eater or something? Uh-oh.
Lord Vauthry! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused! And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance. For the future of all in Norvrant.
Like he cares.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Okay.
Remorse? For the future of all? What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? Unseated? No. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah! Oh, yes. Of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Oh god, no. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Ate the fork as well. Okay.
Where did he go? What in the heavens?
Did Vauthry do that?
We must give chase. I don't care how we get up there. Surely we can take one of their
Wait.
airships anyway.
That is Mount Gulg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now. But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
I'll help too.
Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vauthry's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
Good news, Zara. It would seem that Reen is indeed able to reverse the effects of Vauthry's influence. Even as we speak, she tends to the afflicted in turn, the problem being there's no end to them. We're trying to provide what relief we can to those who are waiting and would appreciate your help, if you're willing. Sure. But there's something I want to try first. That's exactly what I wanted to try. Because it's sat there in the back. So, here is some dream powder. We're administering it to the enthralled to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. I would appreciate it if you could assist with this task. Now those affected are scattered all over the city. I suggest starting your search at the derelicts and working your way up. When you are done, be sure to let Rin know. Sure thing, Bankrid. But first... Yay! I can now warp here. Because they have script exchange here. And I need this eventually. Ooh, I can get up to level 80 because I already have 2 pieces of this set. But I need to just work on getting a bunch. I can get Whitecrafter's script fairly easily. What's the gatherers like? Because I need gathering as well. Oh good, it's just for everything. I like that they went back to this version of giving gear to all of the classes. Okay, where was I going? Hang on. Though I will be keeping all of my glamours for everything. Oh, there they are. He said to start with the derelicts. It's the alchemist, you arsehole, that wouldn't help before. Oh, I just have to talk to them. Oh, Lord Vauthry, you are my daily meal. Oh, now I have to use it. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Well, we got to go to the understory. Are you in here? No. Bet they are up there. There's nowhere else down here. Okay. Run, 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 run. Oh, there they are. Is that amiable? Oh, I thought it said medic. Ah, it hurts. Please, Lord Vauthry, take away the pain. You're the kind soul who saved me from falling to my death. My mistress, she's been injured. Please help her, I beg you. I remember them. Oh, what's this? She's sleeping. A medicine to help her rest while she awaits treatment, you say? Oh, thank you so much. When she began acting strangely, I didn't know what to do. They've all been eating former people. Dun, 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 dun. Ah. Must stop trespassers sullying our paradise. Go to sleep and kick him off the ledge. Where did you fly to, my sweet canary? Oh, there you are, Zera. I've just finished aiding this man. Now, for the next one. More out in the derelicts and below, you say? So many of them. But Minfili entrusted this power to me. I won't rest until I've helped everyone. I'll go and see to the wounded. I'm sure Alphino and Alice would appreciate the help. And should you find the other enthralled civilians, please see that they are brought to me. Will do. Ooh, cutscene.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this.
Well, I'm a mute most of the time, so go ahead.
Citizens of Yulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vauthry is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Yeah, they've been eating people, essentially.
Are you saying we were Vauthry's puppets all this time?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vauthry's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vauthry.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Can anyone fly an airship?
You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vauthry has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vauthry took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Fucking called it.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. for he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
It's like,
Well, it's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't.
No, that's not what I... It's just... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
I like it how it was
Well
all the
done,
misspell.
brother.
True, if it wasn't for the painting stuff, she probably wouldn't have been on our side so eager.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
That's assistant. What's with this really happy music? Are we gonna go to a ball? The ladder is situated to the north and west of right. Let us make our way there, Zara. And he's off. And I'm teleporting. Because why the hell not? Oh, I was like, why do I have a quest to complete that? Yeah, I was doing leaves to earn a little bit of money. I think that's what I'm looking for. But I need more bicolor gemstones. There's a fate there, bitter barley. Let's go and see what this is. With my dance partner. Level sync. Oh, it cancelled. Yeah, so there had to be another one coming. Hey, 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 hey. At least they come to me one by one. I think this also counts towards Zephyr's XP as well, which is awesome. Date with Destiny. Successfully complete 100 fates. Cool. I got 12 bicolor gemstones. I basically want them. Zephyr, get your ass back here. I basically want them for the mount movement speed stuff because I feel so slow. Hey, I actually got Zephyr this time because I feel so slow. Anyway, there's an ad break happening right now. Oh, I mean, I've got to go and do this. I'll do it while the ad's playing. Why not? There's an XP bonus, so of course I'm gonna go for it. Ooh, I also need to do these. Those NPCs fighting? That will not do! This is gonna be hubris. Oh, I did it again! So now I have to wait for standard step. Oh, goblin damage isn't too bad. I'm bringing this over because it's part of a hunt. So why not? One of three. Let's bring you over. Ooh! Yes, please. Can I get you close enough? And you. Oh, this is probably hubris. This is the goo-boo. Anytime you want to heal me properly, Zephyr, that would be... We're getting beaten down by this goddamn boo-boo. Oh, at least I got what I wanted. Got the nuts, got some gil. I think maybe 2, including this one, to finish it. Ah. And you run away? Yep. XP bonus. Ooh, 100k. Nice. Actually, I can just run there. And I got Burb. At least I fixed the random mount summon. So I was only getting a certain few because I still had it set to my favourites. Which, honestly, I don't have really any favourites with the mounts. Oh, I never talked to you. Okay, let's fix that. Oh, that's the mender. I should probably check my gear. 99% and 98%. It's fine. Okay. Go back to right. Okay. I was just wondering if, like, the mount speed vendor was over here somewhere, but usually it will tell me if it's the Michael Gem Merchant, which this isn't, so okay. Hey, Midgard Summer. It's been a while. One Punch Mantis. Sorry, what? Now I have to go and have a look at it. With a name like that. I think I need like 75 or 100 usually. So I'm going to be way off even doing all of these. So I'm getting like 12 per, I think. Oh, they make such catchy tunes. Why are they so good? Wait, no. Okay, onwards. On my Darmel. I am way far away. I went really far. I wonder where I have to go. Cool. Hey, Urianger. Zera, dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? Odd. For a blessing they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Y'shtola and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour we shall imbue the golems with ether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which hath too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as myriad materials with which to perform it. If thou art willing, we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. Lumber. My thanks, Zera. Directly to the south thou wilt find a dry dock, Venmont Yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause. You mean the place that I was almost at? Sure. Well, it's a very straight run there. And I'm going there on a shark. Not very, very many people here. Oh there, sinner. Haven't seen you around before. New to Gate Town, I take it? If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We can do the building for you too, though that'll cost extra. Blah 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 blah. Lift. You want the lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, least you could do is come up with a believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you your lumber if you do me a favour in return. Go on. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead, and we'll see if your total matches mine. Now, some of the lumber's lying about the yard, but most of it is kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask Grithel for the number. Here, I'll lend you some writing material so you can take notes. Take stock of the supply of lumber at the shipyard. What you learn can be reviewed in your key items. Okay. Eh? Taking stock of Ervith, are you? Well, last I counted we had 68 planks in the storehouse here. So close. 9 of those were rotted through though, so we tossed them out. Okay, so 59. Oi, Grithel, another load's just arrived. 13 planks all told, but one's damaged. It's only good for kindling now, so 71. Right then, bring the good ones here and be sure to let Ervith know as well. So, how many planks does that make now? You're writing down those numbers anyway, right? I'm sure you can work it out. Huh? You jot down the details of the conversation. Okay, where do I need to go? Oh, there we go. You count 11 planks in the stack, 82. What's the rest of it? Is it all the way over there? Ah. Nope. Why don't I just get on my mount? Is it up here, maybe? You son of a bitch. $24 planks. 106? So I think there's 106 and 10 that they threw out. Well, 9 that they threw out and 1 that was rotten. See if my mental maths works. Done, are you? So how many planks did you count? 106. Ah, that's exactly what I counted. Thanks for your help, friend. Taking stock fair puts me to sleep, but it has to be done. As promised, I'll give you your lumber. What do you need it for anyway? We told you, the ladder. You were serious about the ladder? I'll be damned. If that's the case, please let us help with the work. We're shipwrights with no ships to build, only shacks. While it's a living, we all like to do something greater. This fellow you say is in charge. You reckon he'd mind the likes of us barging in on his project? He'd welcome the help. Wonderful. I'll round up the lads and lasses and we'll head over to the ladder, along with all the lumber you need. Hey, Urianger, I bought lumber and people. 38. Okay. The thing is, I'm fairly sure... Yeah, there's another aetheryte. Tomra. Oh, this probably has the thing that I'm looking for. Also, I need to get to Scree to make money. I think. Though I might have a different way of doing it, though I will need to level up my blacksmithing and armor smithing, I think. But that shouldn't be a problem. Ah, thou art returned. Wert thou able to procure the lumber? And people! Well, well, to secure not only the material, but the eager cooperation of the shipwrights besides, their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not but that the work shall be complete ere long, and we may continue our way once more. Though it hath been years in the making, at long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring us ever onward towards journey's end. Whatsoever may await us, when thou takest those final steps, I pray that it shall be with a smile upon thy face. Hi FLC, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. I hope Twitch is working for you today properly. Ah, but prematurely do I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not the least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain, detached from the land as it is. Let's bring it down. For the present, 'twould appear we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead. Am I going to be talking to Ardbert? Because they always make me talk to him when they say, take a rest. Which means it's going to be voice acted.
Would you look at that?
Oh.
The citizens of Yulemore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible?
It's not expecting Emma itself. But I don't mind.
Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason?
Execute them?
You conquer them. Crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favoured by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it.
God, I love him so much. I want to punch him in the face, though, every single time.
Ah, the vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarant. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this.
Remember?
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the Source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal. A complete existence in a complete world.
Wait, are we part Ascian?
But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero.
Is he saying we're part
There was
Ascian?
one thing I had meant to ask.
Oh, no, don't answer that question.
How well do you know the Exarch? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl? What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
So yeah, he makes it sound like we're Ascian, part Ascian, former Ascian.
I knew you could do it, dearest. I never doubted you for a moment.
It's alive. I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. But solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett Selk. All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. especially not eternity.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else.
Nod. I will fight
That's
the ladder.
spirit. Come on then.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time.
Yeah, over 100 years ago you'd have to...
Watch the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Awed and terrified in equal measure. We ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears. No one but me remembers that day.
That was a nice
Remembers our
touch.
journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
I love all just the little touches. Am I in combat? He just talked about don't let yourself be alone, and we invited him on to the lift, even though no one else could see it. And here we finally are, at top rung. The others should arrive ere long. Alphino, Zera, come up here, there's something I need you to see. What could this be about? Are we going up there? But I'm more interested in what Emmett Selk was saying. And no one tell me. I'm just thinking out loud. It's all rhetorical. Doesn't need an answer. Alice, where are you? Oh, you're hiding. Because I don't want to be spoiled on any story. There's a village, Zera, over to the northeast. Huh. There's also one up there. Or there's at least there's an Aetherite. So there is. Yet after 2 decades without the ladder in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I. But that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mysterious person is, they should still be out there. Go on and take a look, Zera. Oh, we get this mini-game. Search your surroundings for the mysterious person. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target the figure and inspect them with left mouse button. I love that they keep bringing this mini-game back. Can't zoom in and input. I've had a bird. The creature stares at you unflinchingly. This probably isn't the mysterious person Alice saw. Got a bird. Oh god damn it, I clicked again. How close are they, though? Oh. I was expecting way over there, but no, they're here. Almost ran into a tree. You have located the mysterious person. However, it seems he has likewise spotted you and hurriedly turns back to the village. There's someone, right? And they were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. What do you say we investigate? I'm curious too, I must admit, and I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others ascend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it's indeed inhabited. You say that. I'm going for the Aetherite first. If I can. Whee! Ow. Oh, FLC, I have also commissioned on a rush order because Teal's been doing some rush order slots for emotes and stuff to pay the bills. I have commissioned an animated emote. Hopefully should be done very soon. And I think you might like it. Assuming it turns out as good as I think it will. And I hope it turns out as good as I want it to. Ball. Oh, you're one of the dwarves, I think. From because I have to do a side quest to search the Sin Eater that's in the form of one of the Warriors of Light or Darkness. Okay. Cool. Wait a minute. Gemstone Trader, that's what I wanted. I just want to see the price. Lally-ho, I'd love to offer you some fine dwarven crafts, but I ain't set up just yet. Come back and see me later, you hear? Son of a bitch. You must progress further through Shadowbringer's main scenario in order to access this vendor's wares. But I want it now. I'm on a dragon, for crying out loud. Give me the wares. At least let me see the price. Is that a pile of sticks? I have to see what happens. Oh, that's shards of glass or something. Anyway, where are we going? Oh. I am way off. The Amity Village Horror. Hit 8. I want to see if I can get at least something from this fate. Hell, it might even level me. Or I might just level up from exploring. God damn it, Olivia. Oh, yeah. I should probably summon Zephyr. And make them my dance partner. Right, I'm not gonna clear the. Ooh, nice. Right, I'm definitely not gonna clear this fate. I just want some XP. But they almost killed the storage chest as well. I still got 10 gems. It's pretty good. Zephyr, get your ass back here. Investigate. Food has been hung out to dry in the sun, and quite recently by your reckoning. Sausages. Knock knock, who's there? Oh, I hit level 79, nice. You hear faint sounds from inside the building, however the door refuses to budge. Oh, another fate. What am I investigating? Probably going to be by the entrance to town. Maybe? I have one more thing left to find. Gonna be obvious. Can I even go in this building? Yes, I can. Half empty cup. Again, it's always the cups that they leave. The cups are half empty, or half full, depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. There are people here. But how? Been alone for 20 years. What news, Zera? Were you able to find anything of note? People are definitely still living here. Indeed, while there's no one to be seen, 'tis plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they are doing a rather poor job of it, but if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? burn the place down. That'll get them out here. I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? Huh? Oh, the guy that washed up. Thought I recognized the hair. You're Tristel, the artist from Yulmore. You remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you, bound for the city as you were. Never did I imagine that we would meet again, and here of all places. We could say the very same to you. We could say the very same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole. But tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Yulmore. But how did you make it up here? As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of the Bright Cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did at any rate until Mount Gulg broke away from the earth. Then just as suddenly the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. Aye, but I see there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here? Blah 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 blah. So Vauthry is a sin eater and he's fled to Mount Gulg. It is a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there is anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Word. Your help would be most welcome, Tristel. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoitre the area. If we are to confront Vauthry, we must find a way to reach Mount Gulg. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I will tell the others about you, and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Take in your bed. And anything not nailed down. And if it's nailed down, I'm coming back with a hammer to take the nails out. And then take everything. Weapon! Give me that. Yet another hapless soul that Alphino saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that Brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Zera and I are going to scout out the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh? Very well then, just take care out there. Are we going up to the Aetherite that I've already been to? Nope, we're going north. Anything of interest here? No. Bird. I love the red colour of this bird. Can't wait to fly it. I've just been in places that I haven't flown with it yet. Or can't fly. The path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind as to head west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. In a short while then. Look at how we just split up everything. These people have clearly never played D&D. Don't split the party. Or any RPG for that matter. Dun, 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 bam, 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 dun, 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 dun. I'm under attack by a Sin Eater. Great. Smashing. Super. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 I'm gonna stay on foot just because I hate setting the dance partner. Actually, I wonder if I can set it to just auto-target my pet and just have a second one. Because I find it annoying getting off my mount only to have to do that every single time. Yeah, I mean, how are we gonna get up there? You didn't want to go back airship. How? How do we get there? The place is flying if you don't want to use an airship.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few Sin Eaters out there. You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are. Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it? If I were Vauthry, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many Sin Eaters as I could lay my hands on. And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind. This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first. We need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems. Y'shtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
What?
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Urianger. And you too, Exarch. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes. I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Urianger and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
Well, that went as well as I thought it would.
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course. Master Alphino waiteth for us at top rung. Thither should we make our way.
I have an idea how we could potentially get up there, but it's incredibly dangerous. But it would be third time's the charm. Could we get up there with flow? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay. Back. Good. Oh, you're over there. Well, let's go and do the fates real quick. I'm only doing this because I want the bi-colored gems, and it's something that I haven't done. Okay. Oh, it's cool. That, and they're technically kind of on the way. Ooh, I need to do that one. Ooh. Welcome in, Bilbo Jones. Happy to have you here. So many fates to farm for shared fates. I basically just want the mount speed, and I haven't done very many fates in this expansion at all. Oh yeah, I won't be rushing. I've been loving this expansion, but I've loved every single expansion so far in this game. I understand why people say Stormblood's probably the weakest, though it has probably the strongest wrap-up quests. Heaven's Ward was amazing. Shadowbringers has been great. I've been loving the voice acting, especially in Shadowbringers. But I really love the bad guys that they give us in all of them. They make you hate them, and that's such a good sign of a bad guy. And they're all slightly different to each other. How would I rank them? Thing is, I liked Stormblood, but I love like Japanese aesthetics anyway and stuff like that, so I still do probably think it's the weakest of the main story, even though I think out of all of Stormblood, the Gosetsu and Yotsuyu storyline was probably the best part of that, while intermingling with everything else. But I probably, right now, I would probably put Heaven's Ward above Stormblood, unless you just count. It's weird. Heaven's Ward was amazing through and through, even though I hate that they killed off some of my favourites. I made the error of getting attached. but Heaven's Ward probably second place. Shadowbringers so far has just been knocking it out of the park, and I'm not even done with the main Shadowbringers story. So I'd probably do Shadowbringers, Heaven's Ward, and then Stormblood. But if it's just going on post content, I'd maybe put Stormblood higher than Heaven's Ward. I need to go south, and I know there's an ad break, unfortunately. You'll ask again when I finish Endwalker. I still need to finish Shadowbringers first, but I'm unsure if I'm going to finish Shadowbringers and the post content, and then maybe take a break, but I might be too hooked, I might just go straight into it. Because I do want to get properly ready for Dawn Trail. Is this one of these ones that's going to hit me damn hard? Not so much. Oh, god damn it. Pressed the wrong button. Yeah, the Shadowbringers story can be very heavy. But that's what makes it so good. What in the world? Did you lose aggro? Oh, you son of a bitch. You lost aggro, didn't you? And then you re-aggroed. That's unfair. Okay, here we go. Need to set that up. But yeah, when I played through this, I made the mistake of getting instantly attached to Mumbra Frida. Yeah, that was a mistake. The only thing that I wish they hadn't done is in Stormblood, I wish they'd have given Yotsuyu a chance to stay as Suyu. I wanted so badly for her to have a chance at a proper life, because she'd just been given a shit lot in life. Absolutely. And that's why she was a bad guy. Because of her situation, not because of her. Granted, she had the choice. You always have the choice. God damn it, I knew I'd aggro another one. The other thing that I should note is I played Final Fantasy XI for such a long time. So seeing all like the sandworm models and stuff like that just makes me very nostalgic. And so many other models in this game are just from Final Fantasy XI. Oh, a new enlistment. Nice. Okay, let's do the mission. Or the main story quest, sorry. Main scenario. But yeah, I've been loving Shadowbringers. I really like the bad guys. Like, Xenos is one of my favourite bad guys, just because he's so bloodthirsty and all about the fight and nothing else. He's very one-dimensional, but he's not one-dimensional in the way that he goes about it. Emmett Selk, amazing. I love him so much, but I want to punch him in the face. Every single time. But he's just got something about him that you're like, oh, you have a point. We hate you, but you have a point. Then, I guess partially bad guy, Estinian. I never want him to go towards anything that has some semblance of power. Any object of power. Like, keep him away from any eyeballs, please. Yeah, love him, but I want to punch him in the face. I didn't expect to see the Chais here, though I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next little obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gulg. For this, we'll need to put all our heads together. Give me my new weapon, thank you. I liked Isail as well. I wish they didn't kill her. Damn it. I really need to sort out my armory. But it means I can get rid of the others. Though, I'm unable to apply glamour, so I don't have my shinies that I crafted. The Estinian PTSD. It's like, oh, Estinian's here to save the day. Wait a minute. Ishikawa is the one who wrote Isail's character. She also wrote the story for Shadowbringers. She's getting her revenge through amazing storytelling. Yeah, the storytelling's great. I should also say that I did... Hang on. This isn't going to be voice acted because of the music, most likely.
In short, there's
it
no
is.
path,
Never mind.
and the sky is thick with Vauthry's winged devils.
I'll hold my point until after.
We might consider Amaro, but without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters. Yulmore's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Cid, we are in no position to attempt to refit.
Oh, it's so frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to Earth!
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work. We've ridden the ladder and seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
So he knows how to bring it back down?
The lady may well have the right of it. Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, Mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain. In the form of a Talos. A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed. Yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Balderdash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though, I suppose, if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. A solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required. Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work. Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Well, let's see. First, we need people to procure the stone for the chassis.
So we need the miners.
The rock found near the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It'd be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we'd need all the help we can get.
Yep, we got that. And Amarang.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armoring. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
He's like, wait, what? They're actually making a
Then
plan?
I shall return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmore is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Mysterium could help.
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a Talos of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Or maybe Fae?
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fae folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief.
It's fine, they owe me a favor.
That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium. With thy permission, Exarch.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Yulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Mord, and even those miners?
We've been busy.
But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand.
We've been busy.
Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
Because we're the signs of the seventh dawn, motherfucker. Saviors of the world. The artist Alfino and his assistants. I'm going to do this one. Adventures of no import.
No import? You expect me to believe that after you just promised me the help of the better part of the world?
I mean, look at us.
So, as you can see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
Yeah, that's how everyone reacts to Ishtola's voice when she's giving you orders.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
Yeah, we're basically D&D adventurers. We've leveled up. Now time to go and kill God. Or just any Final Fantasy endgame. But yeah, getting back to my point before all of that hilarity, because that was awesome. Because I played Final Fantasy XI, I recognise a lot of stuff in this game, and I'm so happy that they make so many reuses of even monster models, but also just certain storylines. But I played Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 and it was terrible. It was such a mess, which is probably why I never played Final Fantasy XIV for the longest time. Like, 1.0 was such a mess that they limited your XP gain in a week. You could only get a certain amount of XP, which was dumb, but I understand where they were coming from because of what Final Fantasy XI did to rules in Japan when it comes to MMOs. But it was incredibly laggy for Europe, or at least for me, to the point where not even NPCs would load up for me, let alone the players. The NPCs, like, I would run up to say here, and he wouldn't exist. It's like, I need to hand in this quest, but he's not there. But yeah, I understand why they tried to limit the XP to start off with, because they didn't want people getting addicted or spending unreasonable amounts of time, especially in like a single session. It's why I'm fairly sure it's like a law now in Japan because of Final Fantasy XI, most notably because of Absolute Virtue and definitely because of Pandemonium Warden. There was a group that tried killing Pandemonium Warden and it took them 18 hours and they didn't win. 18 hours real time. Which is why there's now a limit of 2 hours on a fight in games, especially from Japan. And it's why they changed the despawn time for Absolute Virtue in Final Fantasy XI. Which was funny because the link shell that I was in, or the HNMLS, Hyper Notorious Monster link shell, was the first ones to kill Absolute Virtue after they nerfed all the players when it came to it. Because I always remember I was posting a picture of the drops on Blue Garter, which was the biggest website for endgame content back then for Final Fantasy XI. And the post after was like, wait, what? We just posted the drops in their drop thread, and it was hilarious. But yeah, Pandemonium Warden was terrible. It was like an absolute bastard of a design. First, you had to do ZNM fights or ZNM fights to earn your way up to be able to spawn the thing, and it was like tier 4 and you had to get through tier 1, 2 and 3, but you had to do tier 1 fights to be able to spawn the tier 2 fights to be able to spawn the tier 3, and then all of the tier 3 drops to be able to spawn Pandemonium Warden. But they weren't 100% guaranteed to drop. So it took longer than it should have anyway. And then in Final Fantasy XI, every player had what was called a 2-hour ability, and it was a global cooldown essentially. So like warriors had Mighty Strikes. They activated their 2-hour ability for 30 seconds. Every attack they did was a crit. Paladins were invulnerable to physical damage for 30 seconds. Yeah, a 2-hour just on this one ability, because like Final Fantasy XIV, you could change job. So that cooldown was between all jobs. So it was a single ability, but it did different things based on what job you were on. It didn't have a cooldown for every other thing. It was just that ability. So if you used Mighty Strikes on a warrior, you couldn't go and change job to say, I don't know, White Mage and use Benediction, because it would be on cooldown for 2 hours. But certain monsters also had 2-hour abilities, which made them even more difficult. Benediction, the White Mage one in particular, healed whoever, healed the target, but for the White Mage in the party, it was everyone around them. Or everyone in the party around them. But for monsters, it was even worse because it healed them up to full. So it's like, oh, we just spent an hour or two getting this thing to 3%, now it's at full. But the worst ones were the ninja's 2-hour ability, which essentially, for a ninja, it takes all of their health and attacks one target based on that amount of health that they had, and they die. The ninja dies to do it. It was called Mijingakure or whatever. The monster version of it was AoE, and monsters have a lot more health than players. And the monster didn't die, they just got back up. And the other incredibly dangerous one was the summoner one. Summoners were incredibly weak. Like, they had the lowest health, they had the highest mana, because that's what they needed to summon and keep their avatars on the field. They would constantly lose mana with their avatars on out, and the avatar's abilities also use mana. So their AoE ability was called Astral Flow, which cancelled out completely the mana cost to keep the avatars out, but it also gave them access to the avatar's ultimate ability, but they could technically use it 3 times if they could get mana back enough for the cost. And it would do massive AoE damage based on the element. So if you had Shiva, she'd do AoE Ice with Diamond Dust. If you had Ramu, you'd do lightning based damage with Judgment Bolt, Titan, Earth and Fury, Garuda, Aerial Blast. And then you'd have special ones like Fenrir, who would do Howling Moon, I think it was, which was darkness-based damage. Carbuncle was light-based damage with Searing Light. But the monsters versions, they didn't have an avatar out. They would 2-hour, the avatar would appear instantly and then Astral Flow. They'd only use it once, like they wouldn't be able to use it 3 times like players. Pandemonium Warden was a summoner. So not only was this thing incredibly difficult to get the pop item for it to spawn it, it was in an area where all the monsters aggroed the highest level players, and they were annoying to kill anyway. But Pandemonium Warden summoned 10 lamps as well. They were its ads. And it would change shape into a different monster with Pandemonium Warden, but it would be another previous boss, and it would have all of its abilities, stupid amount of health, and all of its lamps would transform into the monsters that accompanied said boss. So not only did you have to kill that, but once you did, Pandemonium Warden would reappear and then transform again after summoning all 10 lamps, and you had to get through 10 different transformations. The worst part was when they got it to 75% health. The actual Pandemonium Warden, not one of its transformations. It Astral Flowed, which meant it summoned an avatar to do AoE damage, but also every single one of its lamps would be resummoned and summon its own avatar. So it would literally wipe the field. And it did once they got to it. It just killed everybody. Except for the second alliance of players that they had to deal with ads. Because they had two alliances. The main alliance of 18 people and then a secondary alliance of also 18 people. And then other people to swap in and out when people died. Because when you raised someone from the dead, a player, they had a weakened timer that lasted 5 minutes, where they had decreased health and mana, and if they died a second time while weakened, when they got raised again, they would deal like 1% damage. So they'd be completely useless. So they had to wait 5 minutes, so they'd swap out people all the time. And then basically the second alliance, once the first alliance the main alliance had wiped because of all the astral flow bullshit, the second alliance basically had one person break off, run in, aggro the boss, die, get tracted back, which was basically a spell that allowed you to move a dead player to get them into a better place to raise them. Because if you raise them, they basically lifted onto their feet in that spot where they were. Not where you are, where they were. So if the monster's on them, they're going to die immediately. So you could tractor them away and then resurrect them there instead, so they wouldn't die immediately. Because if you leave a monster, I think it was 5 minutes and maybe in 3, it despawned. a notorious monster like that you spawned. So they had one person essentially running in, dying to keep it aggro to reset that timer for it to despawn. The other problem with Final Fantasy XI is when you died, you lost XP. And you could de-level. But if you got raised, you only lost like, I think it was 25% XP? May have been 75, I forget which way around. Then raised 2 you lost even less, and then raised 3 you lost even less. Eventually they did cap it at 2000 XP lost, which at level 75 you needed 45,000 XP. So yeah, it was fun. It also meant that you tried your hardest not to die, because you didn't want to XP on jobs. Because some jobs got parties easier than others for XPing, others not so much. Like before, Black Mage was awful to get a party because they eventually transitioned the meta for XPing, transitioned into just having a bunch of melee kicking the crap out of an enemy with a bard and a healer, and that was it. That's all he needed. The bard would pull into all the melee. They didn't have a proper tank, and they would just annihilate it while the healer just hasted them and everything. So Black Mages found it difficult to get parties. Eventually they made their own parties called Mana Burns, and they could fight different things that had like physical resistances and everything. So that was their way of getting XP. But for a certain time it was horrible for a Black Mage. So you'd get to level 75, get a bunch of buffer XP, and then pray you didn't die too often. Because you didn't want to go to level 74 because you would suffer trying to get back to level 75. The worst part about that is one of the endgame zones was called Dynamis, which was its own zone. All the monsters hit very hard, but all the melee were the ones that killed them, and they had to focus them down one by one. So you had to sleep everything. Black Mages had the most sleep spells. They had Sleep, Sleep 2, Sleep Arga, and Sleep Arga 2. And you could overlap Sleep 2 onto Sleep 1, but not the other way around. So if something had Sleep 2, you could essentially time your cast if you were good enough with Sleep 1 to have Sleep 2 wear off and Sleep 1 go on almost immediately. But you had to get the timing down. If you mistimed it, Sleep 1 would have no effect because Sleep 2 was still on, and your cooldown would still go on to cooldown. And then the monster would beat the shit out of you. But anyway, that's my tangent for Final Fantasy XI for the day. Have the design ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? Before I can even attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, the knowledge of locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. Actually... What? A village of Yulmoran exiles? But those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. I will talk to them. Oh, this will never work. Never. I never should have fixed that riddy lift. Never should have ridden it up here. Never should have. Never should have. Can you just slap him? Oh dear, Darling appears to have lost the plot. But he has it in him, Zera. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your Talos. A bit of advice I learned from his mother. He responds poorly to obvious praise. You'll need to find another way to stoke the fires of his motivation, awaken his sense of daring. Choose words that will best encourage Chai Nuz. In order to succeed, you must lift his spirits sufficiently during the conversation. Hey, if you don't do it, I'll set Alice on you. Or we'll go and fetch Lise somehow. Chai Nuz is plagued with self-doubt. I can't do it, no one can. A Talos of that size? No one's even dreamed of it. He doesn't take normal encouragement well, is what she said. So I'm not choosing the third option. I'm not going to choose this. I'm going to respond by being an arse to Alphino. Alphino once struggled to collect firewood. He did? But he's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. I suppose even the most capable among us have struggles to overcome. Chai Nuz still harbours some misgivings. But regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers, and they're not barely likely to give it. Tristel's among them. You said so yourself, lest you've forgotten. We essentially sent him to his death. Even if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. I want to do 1 or 3 because I can't say this for sure. This is me offering aid to him. But he needs to do it himself. Things won't improve by themselves. You have to take the first step. I know. Unless we take the first step, there can never be reconciliation. This is a chance for everyone to come together, even if they hurled stones at me. Perhaps it's worth trying to apologise. Chai Nuz still harbours some misgivings. But what then? In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous Talos is impossible, and no amount of contrition will change that. And even if by some miracle the people of Amity were willing to let bygones be bygones, they'd think that the plan is absurd. I think it's absurd. We liberated a castle with a strategy that many would call absurd. We collapsed a castle. I want 1 or 2. I don't want this one. I think they just give you 2 options that will work and 1 that won't. It's just how you feel about this. I'm going to go, we liberated a castle with a strategy that many would call absurd. Well now, to flood the very castle you sought to reclaim. Such a strategy could indeed be considered absurd, yet you succeed, and not in spite of, but because of it. Our own strategy may likewise seem absurd, but maybe, just maybe, it stands a better chance of success for it. China's is feeling somewhat optimistic. But be that as it may, there are risks to consider should the venture fail. I imagine for a moment that we fail to reach Vauthry and only succeed in provoking him. In his fury, he may well unleash his hordes of eaters and will meet a horrible end. Then we'll go together. Damn it. Oh, so I can die with you? How very kind of you to offer, but if it's all the same, I'd rather keep on living. He's still feeling somewhat optimistic at least, so we didn't lose progress. How can you remain so optimistic throughout all this? It's downright tiring. Tell me, why did you throw yourself into the midst of such a grueling struggle? Go roped into it. But honestly, this, to protect those I love. ... Indeed, what else could compel us to face such dangers? I too have someone I wish to protect, with whom I want to live out my days in peace. China's is burning with motivation. Duty complete. I only got one wrong. Yes, yes, by the gods, I can do this. I just need to have a little faith in myself. Yay! Right, let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers. With Tristal. My love, things are liable to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Yulmore. No. No, wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologize. But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I can keep you safe. Perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Please slap him. Please slap him. Master Chai, that you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. And that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say. Even should it be a feat fit for the divine, if something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by our own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Every single time I always want to do a funny laugh. One of these days go tee. God damn it. Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But what is man if not an idealistic creature? 'Tis not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams. My friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet with frustration in the course of their endeavours. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believed lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of desire. The desire to make the impossible possible. A Mula Fraga or something? Also, if anyone gets that reference, awesome. Come, darling, like the old days, I would be the first to see your Talos. Phrasing? And you shall be, my dear. I wouldn't have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. I'm glad my words struck a chord. Shall we? I got a pony. Effective Talos. Can't we just fix all of these? Wouldn't that be easier? Da, 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 da. But yeah, when it comes to the expansions, I've heard that Shadowbringers is probably the best. I think Endwalker can sometimes, from what people have said, Endwalker can sometimes feel a bit lacking. But that is so close to well met. That is so close. Hi, Tristal. Most often agree that Stormblood is the weakest, although I think the post-content for Stormblood was the best. You have every right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I am tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gulg by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land, that is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignored my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come here and ask for my cooperation? You've every right to be upset. Vauthry is not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we now know that what we did to you, to full many, was wrong, terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you, hate you? Perhaps it's not even my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. But one thing is clear to me. All of that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of brighter future. And so, I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends to Mount Gulg. You have my word. I'll set to work on the design at once. Wouldn't do to have nothing to show the others when they return with help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building, nay, the history of all mankind. But rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Smile, nod. Give me my body piece. And let me change my weapons. Leveling has been okay for me. It's funny that you're on Dynamis. That just reminds me of Final Fantasy XI. Ah, Wicked White! Is there a problem? Well, you see, I've been promised people to procure the stone as well as imbue magic. When I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. But I forgot about one rather important item needed to bring a Talos to life. Leonine? The heart? That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with Talos. So while I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which to fashion a heart. A heart suitable of bringing to life a Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. But yeah, I found XPing and leveling not too bad, especially with dailies. But even then, like, I've been leveling my ninja through command missions. And they're what? Level 37? And I've not been doing it that much. Like, the missions that I'm doing with it, it's mostly for leveling up my squadron anyway. So I'm only on the second mission. And each run can take like 10 minutes. So it's not a bad amount of XP just to gain for that. But if you do the dailies of the roulette, especially if you're leveling a needed job, which I think is mostly going to be tanks and healers. Wait, what? DPS? Oh. I don't do PvP. I tend not to do alliance raids as well, even though they give a bunch of stuff. I just, can't be bothered with them half the time. But most of the time, I don't even do these roulettes. Like, I mostly keep these for, like, my higher level jobs. Like, if I'm gonna go back to Machinist, I'll use these for it. And I'll probably use it on Samurai when I eventually get around to leveling Samurai. Because right now it's just level 50. Because all I did for my Samurai was gear it up in the basic stuff that it has. Oh, looks kind of fancy. Not sure about the tassels though. I'm glad I'm in a town. But yeah, all I did was just gear up my Samurai to look cool. That's it. And then my Machinist is what my PNG tuber avatar is based off of, because of the big ass hat. As soon as I got this hat, I was like, I'm never taking it off. This is mine. This is my look, especially with the little red panda, which is what I speak out of now. He's so adorable. Anyway, back to dancing. Oh, we're not in a town, are we? Yeah, I need to go to the dwarf place. If you seek material for the Talos' heart, I know people who may be able to assist. Are they dwarves? They are the Tholls, a dwarven family that have long mined this land. No one knows its bounty as well as they. If you explain your situation, I'm sure they would be willing to cooperate. Indeed, 'twas one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. You'll find the Thotls at their village to the northwest, a place called Tomra. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Zamot, and do not forget to greet him with a hearty lally-ho! Permit me to join you, Zera. I would keep my joints limber and maybe I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to the two of you then. The variety of ore doesn't matter so long as it's rich with ether. I'll aim to have my design complete by your return. Yeah, I have nothing against PvP, it's just not for me. Okay. Come to me, my Zephyr. Right, I'll use 2. Come, dance partner. We've got a fate to get some we did before. Hey Zephyr, can you heal me please? Also, they make seriously catchy music for this game. Which reminds me, I need to set up another sound alert. Because I want Lahi in there. I keep forgetting when I get home from work. I think this one and that one should do enough. Again, I just want the gemstones. Because I'm severely lacking. Hi Sheepy, how are you today? I hope you're well. I'm doing okay, just my usual level of tired. Which I think you, of all people, know how that feels. He should run away now. And Zephyr's gonna chase him. Okay, can I just... I could go straight there. Awesome. Yeah. But yeah, this avatar's great. I will be changing it slightly though for something else that's going to be hilarious if people ever want to spend bits on me. Any particular reason for this avatar? It's of my character. So this is Tomra. Seldom do we see the dwarf folk at the Crystarium. To now be in the presence of so many. I shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Yeah, you're gonna have to look down though. It's like a dwarf mixed with VV. Lally-ho! Lally-ho? What sorry excuse for a greeting was that? Where's your heart, lass? Your stones? Come, let's try it again. Lally-ho! Lally-ho! Oh, it's so adorable. Come on. Say it. Lally-ho! Not bad, but there's room for improvement. Any road, now that we've observed common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the citizens of Amity, we have come to seek the aid of the Thal family. May we speak with Chief Zamot? Why, yes you may. I am Zamot, and I bid you welcome to Tomra. If it's the folk of Amity that's what sent you here, you must have quite a tale to tell. Come, let's hear it. Nod. Blah 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 blah. Oh, he knows how to nod too. Well, well, and there I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with that floating volcano and all them sin eaters neither. If you're serious about restoring peace to these parts, though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. However, the kind of ore you seek is precious to us too. If I let you have it, only for you to bungle things up and squander it, like no amount of ale will wash away my chagrin. First I need to make sure you're worth it by means of a trial. Aye, a trial most tricksy, passed down through the line of Thal. And what is this trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all. Okay. But now I can actually change and show you why it's my avatar. Right. Come here. There we go. That's my avatar. Of course it's me speaking through the red panda because it's adorable and this character's virtually mute in the game because I am the chosen one. I don't have a voice. Anyhow, let's switch back to Dancer. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Funnily enough, my Dancer could literally wear all of the items that my Machinist is wearing. Except for the gun. Listen well. As you know, we're mining folk, and in the mining life, danger's a constant companion. So, when we come of age, each of us must prove our readiness to take them to the mines. This we do by undertaking a trial that tests the three traits all good miners can't do without: discernment, diligence, and dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. Now, look at my helm. Mark its features well. You'll be given a slingshot, which you must use to shoot dwarves as wear helms what are different. Okay. I've already made the necessary arrangements. There's an ad break and I'm gonna go and take a pee. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I've already made the necessary arrangements. When you're ready to take the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck to you. Just making sure. 2 feathers, 1 okay. Where is the observer? Over here. Dwarf observer. Lally-ho! You must be the challenger the chief mentioned. I'll show you to the rooftop at once. As I'm sure you've been told, in 3D Mine Runner you use a slingshot to shoot them as wear the wrong helm. Let's begin with a spot of practice, eh? Search for the dwarf wearing the wrong type of helm. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target the dwarf and use the slingshot with the left mouse button. Nonchalant dwarf. Oh, I mean, that's red. I hope it's not timed. Nice shooting. Keep it up in the actual trial, eh? Because that's very far away. Aye, that's the way. Next time it's the trial for true. Let me know when you're ready, eh? Well, this could go bad. Ready for the trial? Right this way then. Let me just rub my eyes real quick. This time, they'll be them as wear the right helm. You shoot them, you fail, so look carefully before you let the stone fly. Yeah. Oh, damn, that's quick. Well done, a fine show of discernment and dexterity. Well done, well done. The trial never lies. You've got what it takes to be a miner. Run along back to the chief now and get on with putting an end to all this strangeness of late. That was some impressive shooting, lass. Consider me satisfied. It is plain you didn't come this far with luck alone, so I'll place my faith in you and help you find the ore you seek. And you'll give me legs. They're actually very similar, just a different colour. Did you know that Calusia is rich in sulfur? Well, it is. We've been mining the stuff since ancient times. And every so often the self-same veins yield what's called earthseed, a rare ore steeped in magic. Time was we used to refine earthseed for this and that, but the technique's been lost. The stuff's still out there to be had, though provided you know where to look. And no place is surer in the Dwergar's Tuel. Problem is, the site's occupied by our age-old rivals, the Gogs. Greedy sods claim the place as theirs, and refuse to let any other bugger near. Oh, there was a more odious lot than them Gogs. I could go on forever about those hornless horsons, but then we'd be here forever, and that won't get us nowhere. What it boils down to is this. If you want the Earth Seed, you've got to deal with the Gogs. Reckon you're up for the challenge? We have dealt with far worse. I'm sure we can find a way to obtain what we need. That's the spirit. Now, to help you find your way, I'll have one of ours go with you. I'll do it. I'll go with them. You, Karut? I couldn't help overhearing. I knew the Eaters had flocked to Mount Gold, but I didn't know why. To think the last Light Warden's hiding up there. The fate of Calusia. No, the world hangs in that balance. If I can be of some help, then I want to do my part. Fine. Your zeal is commendable, lad, but it isn't so simple. This is Karut. Young as he is, he's one of the village's finest miners. The lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, and his aim with a pickaxe is as true as any dwarf's. But put him in the thick of battle and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting in it. If all he needed to do was dig, he'd be a dwarf, but he's liable to become a Sin Eater's breakfast before he can even manage a swing. It's true, I'm hopeless in a fight. But still I want to try. Please, please let me go with you. Nod? I'm going to say, as long as you're aware of the dangers. I'll try my best to take care of you, but I can't guarantee that. Oh, thank you so much. I'll do my best not to be a burden. If you want to take Karut, far be it from me to stop you. Keep him safe though, will you? Nod. We will most assuredly encounter Sin Eaters along the way. Though, with you in our company, they will be more a spectacle than a concern. First, this lit up. Hally-ho! I would like to see riding map 70. I have enough! Yay! Oh wow, you have a bunch of materia too. I never use materia because I'm still leveling up, so I don't see the point of it. Okay. Anyway, just for show of it, this is the normal speed. Much quicker! Yay! Whee! So happy. Anyway, we've got a world to save. The Dwergar's tool lies in the cave to the east. I'm ready when you are. I wonder if it's a straight line. Wait, it seems we have a fair distance to cover. Be on your guard for Sin Eaters. I'm going to make you my dance partner, and then we're going to dance like we've never danced before. What? How? Oh, I'm so happy that you can do that. You literally just pulled him out of the fire. A literal fire. Amazing, you two are really strong. Warrior of light, wait, no, darkness, bitch. Okay, now are we going this way? Really? Oh, you must have some stories to tell, Zara. Yeah. That she does. Tales to impress and inspire in turn, by all means. These always don't last long enough for me to read. Come on, Sin Eaters. Come out, wherever you are. Oh. It's untargetable. You'll protect the charge. Yes, I know. Yep, got that. I always press the wrong button. End up in my crit rate. Granted, I hardly ever use the cooldown in general. Bum, 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 bum. Phew, I don't know much about fighting, but you two make a great team. Zera is a team unto herself. I merely follow her lead. Don't sell yourself short. You fit every role in one of the previous duties. It looks to me like you've been doing that for years. Is that so? I shall take that as a compliment. Lally-ho! Did I say the wrong thing? Not at all, your words are most heartening. Indeed, I feel like a young man again. You talk as if you're old. How long have you two known each other anyway? Ah, there's even more. Oh, Jesus. Conveniently. Get your ass off of Corrupt, god damn it. Come over here. So I may AoE you all down. Hurry, this way. This way? This way. Come on. I'm hurrying. You need to hurry. How much further to the cave? Not far, just past this rise. Oh, that cave? That looks like a cave. Oh, of course. Come at me, bro. Now over here, so you don't AoE the whole lot. Whoa. Sarah, draw them in. Yeah, what do you think I'm doing? What was that? Why couldn't you use that before? Ah! Just as we were about to get there. One last push then. Shall we, Zara? Nod. The hypocrisy looks cool. Except when it's nuking me. Oh. To say he's not used to fighting is rather durable. Actually, face this way, please. Because that's just begging you to AoE me. Ah! Crystal Exarch, please don't die. So, please don't die. And stop targeting the poor dwarf, Jesus. Oh god, a Manticore now? Yeah, it appears the commotion brought this thing out. You don't say. Also, another very strong resemblance to a Final Fantasy XI model for a Manticore. Really? That's rude. Really? Bullshit. Your tale will not end here. You just want to show off. I see how it is. Good, Kurut's now hiding. Why didn't you do that in the first place? Don't die. If you do, I'll be next. I mean, you're not wrong. are you? I was synced. Probably by about a level, maybe, I guess. We're alive! We're alive! Let's hurry inside before any more Sin Eaters come. Lolly-ho! Right, follow me, please. I will take you to the Dwergar's Tuel, where the purest sulfur in the land may be found. I'm gonna go in there in a shark. Or on a shark, I should say. So that makes sense in a mine. Oh. Oh, that's pretty. I was wondering if Mount Golg is above there, but I don't think so. How many of these do I have left? Oh, travel. Ether currents. I have one ether current left to find out in the world, and then the rest are quests. Or main scenario quests. If the terrain and stench are any indication, we are at the Tuel. Ah, there! The Gogs with their ugly, unkempt beards. If they realise we're here, they'll come after us. Best to take them down first. Be not so hasty, Currat. The animosity between your two clans notwithstanding, I would not resort to violence unless necessary. I will use an enchantment to render you invisible. It will not fool Sin Eaters, but it will suffice to hide you from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you could find us the Earthseed? I'll dig up the choicest stuff there is. Or choicest. We would be much obliged. Without further ado, then. Ha! I can see straight through me. Right a digging we will go. Let us not be idle either. Though Currat cannot be seen, he may still be heard, and I would aid him by removing some few Gogs from the field to that end. Violence or sleep? Dream power. Oh. As you may recall, we used it for the rescue mission at Laxon Loft. Also used it in Yulmore, yeah. Thancred had some too. I want to praise him being resourceful enough to have it, but truly, it seems our alchemists got a little carried away with the latest batch. But if it has been useful in our endeavours, then I have no cause to complain. Now then, I shall make you invisible as well, that you might steal close to the dwarves and give them a dose of dream powder. Even should it fail to put them to sleep outright, it should render them drowsy enough to seek their beds. Say the word and I will cast the enchantment. Oh, if people know me, they know what word I'm going to say. Ready to begin? Very good. Enchantment! 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 Should the enchantment fade before you finish tending to all the dwarves, return to me and I will cast it anew. I'm fairly sure Zephyr should give things away, but whatever. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Ugh, I can barely keep my eyes open. Time to call it a day. As you walk right through me. Gog dwarf turning into a groggy dwarf. Ugh, so drowsy. Not safe to work when drowsy. Better get some rest. Also perfect timing for me to yawn, but no. Too catchy. All work and no ale makes something a something, and I'm spent. Dun, dun, wow, wow, dun, dun. All the dwarves have taken their leave. Good work, my friend. We have done all that we can. Let us await Kurut's return. I'm back! Jesus Christ! It's bigger than him! This is the purest stuff there is. Think it's enough, or shall I go dig up some more? I dare say it will suffice for our purposes. You have our gratitude, Kurut. Let us carry this back to... You've been away from the Crystal Tower too long. Are you alright? Worry not, I shall be fine. Long as I have been away from the Crystarium, a little weakness is to be expected. I may have also overexerted myself in the moment. To have this rare opportunity, yet be unable to enjoy it to the full. Who goes there? You just know they used the Taru models and just gave them a funny hat to change their head. Ah! That's Glag, Chief of the Gogs! You're one of the Thalls! I see. Word was our miners were coming back drowsy, one after the other. One after the next. I immediately suspected foul play. Well, we are in a sulphur mine. It's very foul smelling. And what should I find here but Thal scum skulking about? It's a spineless act befitting your limp beards. What? I won't stand for that insult. Our beards are soft and luscious and smell like freshly tapped ale. Gog beards are dry and crusty and smell like a knocker's arse. Impudent whelp! Better a hobgoblin's nose hairs than the feeble floppy things you Thals have hanging from your faces. Grrr. Like oil and water, this is not like to end of its own accord. Zera, do you perchance have some dream powder left? I don't think we should interrupt their conversation, to be honest. We shouldn't interrupt their conversation. You are a kind and considerate soul, my friend, but I believe we would be forgiven for needing to hurry. Let us put an end to this and be on our way. Grenade! What the heck? Oh, why in that pose? Forgive me, Karut, but we need you to be calm as well. I'm sorry, it's just when it comes to the Gogs, I can't help but see red. I mean, they are wearing red. You needn't apologize, my friend. You are here on our account, and we have naught but gratitude for you. Now that we have what we came for, however, it is time to take our leave. The Talus awaits its heart. We get some espresso to wake up. Well, my friend, much as I have enjoyed our time together, I think it best we split up, that we might accomplish our tasks more swiftly. I shall see the Earthseed safely into the hands of Chinese. While I am thus employed, would you be so good as to deliver Karut back to Tomra? My thanks, Zera. Brief though it was, 'twas an honour to go adventuring with you. I shall see you back in Amity. I just heard a thud from outside. 1 second. Okay, couldn't see anything. Can I just teleport? Oh, I can teleport there. Great. Wow, wow. Lally-ho! Glad you're back and in one piece. How did you fare with the Earthseed then? I got them all they needed. The Exarch's on his way to Amity with it now. Good to hear that young Karut was of help. As it happens, a few others came forward while you were gone, saying they wanted to do their bit as well. Given that you're building a Talos, we reckoned you'd been needing some mining tools, so we went and modified our spare pickaxes for use by bigger folk. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go around. From what our scouts tell me, there's a crowd gathered at Top Rung already. Go and see that everyone has a pickaxe to swing, eh? Thanks, Zammut. You're a bro. I'm on a horse. Scream! I can't wait to get flight in all of these zones. I need to go back and do the others. But then again, I don't know if the main scenario quest will have some of them. But usually it's all tied up with Aether currents within the base expansion. So I should just be able to quest them. Look, Zera, people from all over have come to help us quarry stone. And this isn't even all of them. As we speak, the volunteers Thancred and Reen recruited are being escorted to the worksite, and by both Crystarian and Yulmoran soldiers, no less. So, as you can see, we have plenty of hands. There's just one problem. We don't have enough tools to put in them. We've been desperately trying to round up more, but we haven't had much luck so far. How about this? Pickaxes from the dwarves? Trust you to have exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. Well, what are you waiting for? Go and hand them out to everyone so they can get to work. Okay, here, Kai. We're ready to do our bit, Zara. We just don't need tools to do it with. Well, bam. Pickaxes? Loads of them. Now we may all work to our heart's content. Nod. Well, that's a pretty dress. While I don't have many talents, I do have a strong back, and what strength I have, I'll gladly use for the sake of peace. You also have some strong arms because you were holding on for dear life in Yulmore. We got the ladder moving again, didn't we? If we join hands, there's no Talos we can't build. Nod. I still haven't repaid you and Alfino for saving me, and I'm not sure I ever could. But that ain't going to stop me trying. I'm with you to the end. Nod. Oh, thumbs up. And nod. You get a bonus thumbs up. Awesome. Come on, you lot. Look lively. Nod, 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 nod. We're getting the gang back together. We've come, Zara, in case you're wondering. Gus John is here too. Couldn't wait to start breaking rocks, though, so he's gone on ahead. Bah, he could have at least left us a spare set of tools. You mean these? Another cutscene. I love how they're all getting moments. Ah, wonderful. Now it can be about it too. Hey, a vis. Quarrying isn't exactly my stock in trade, but this time I feel as though my wife will be with me, guiding my hand. So let's make it happen. Let's build a world where everyone can live without fear, where everyone has a place they can go home to. Nod. You don't get a thumbs up, though. Right then, let's be on our way. What are you still doing here, Thaf? I thought you'd brought your own tools. I did, and I was just about to head off when I saw Jarek. Oh gods, if this plan works and the giant Talos comes to life. Just imagine the size of the trolley it could push. Imagine it! I'm honestly not surprised he would be thinking of a big trolley. Are you still raving on about that? How many times do I have to tell you? That's not what the Talos is for. Why the hells would the tracks even go? There's bound to be somewhere, you just need a little imagination. Seeing as the stoneworks is involved, maybe we could have a trolley added to the design. Enough! We're going to work, and if I hear any more about trolleys from you, I'll have you pushing one yourself. Ah! Hey, Ron. Long time no see, traveller. Are you waiting to be issued a pickaxe too? No, I'm issuing them. Cutscene? Cutscene. Oh, you clearly weren't, and now neither are we. Rest assured we will put these to good use and work very, very hard. Looks so happy. Of course, one cannot work on an empty stomach, which is why I brought some tasty worms to share. As much as we would all enjoy a treat, perhaps the worms are best saved for afterwards? Greetings, Zera. You may not remember me, but I'm one of the carers from the inn at Journey's Head. Oh. Which side were you on? Yeah, I sort of remember. After Knight returned to Amareng, we noticed a change in our patients. The transformation had halted in every one of them. I can't express what it did to the mood of the place. We were still celebrating days later, when who should come along but Alice. She said that she sought the aid of those who believed in the Warrior of Darkness. We all answered her call right there and then. Of course, some few carers had to remain behind, but as many of us came as could be spared. Nod. I too have great respect for Warrior of Darkness. When we meet, I'll be sure to treat them to a nice plump worm. You can keep it. I thank Zera. With that, everyone is now equipped to work. I think I'll go and join the soldiers standing guard over the volunteers. It would be a shame if they fell prey to Sin Eaters after all the trouble we've gone to. Right. Let us see this plan that is a resounding success, for the sake of all in Norvrant. Give me my espresso. Okay. I think this is a good place to stop, because I'll be ending in like 4 minutes anyway. So, yeah. I reading my schedule a little bit in Discord and I can't remember what I put. Schedule. Am I playing this tomorrow? Yes, I'm playing this tomorrow. I thought I'd put DRGS as Sunday and Monday. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow with more Final Fantasy XIV. And I hope I get to murder Vauthry. I really want to kill the guy. He's such an arsehole. But thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a great rest of the day. And we are going to go and raid... let's go and raid Dawn. She's playing Nightingale, which I know has got mixed reviews right now. But Dawn's good fun. Plus I love the raid animation that she has. I think it's awesome. Cats. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow and I hope to see you around. If I don't, I hope you have a great day tomorrow. I hope you have a great rest of the day today. I'm gonna go suffer at work. Bye.